Did you know that nearly 1.5 million animals in shelters are euthanized each year in the United States? A lot of the animals that are euthanized are actually perfectly adoptable and healthy animals that have used up their time allowed in shelters. Animals in some shelters can be treated so poorly, and I want to tell you about an organization that works towards bettering animals' lives within shelters. Slide. My name is Aaliyah Meckley, and I have been able to experience what volunteers do in animal shelters, specifically at the Iowa County Humane Society. And recently, I took in a stray cat in my neighborhood, and I named her Delilah. I just have a huge love for animals and believe they deserve the same respect, care, and love you would give to another human being. Today, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of animal shelters, what the organization Shelter from the Storm is doing to help animals, and ways you can help as well. First, I'll be talking about the pros and cons. Slide. Some animal shelters are wonderful while others are cruel. Depending on the animal shelter, it can be run by the government, other local humane societies, or private individuals. Some shelters are funded just by donations while others receive tax support. Many animal shelters that receive tax support are required to give away a certain amount of animals for experimenting. A book called Science, Medicine, and Animals, written by the Institute for Laboratory Animal Research, states in a chapter called Should Pound Animals Be Used in Research? That about 2/3 of the dogs and most of the cats used in research are from animal shelters and pounds. This is because many states have holding period laws, which provides the animals, usually dogs or cats, with a minimum required period of time that they must be kept at the pound or animal shelter before they're sold, adopted, or euthanized. The typical holding period is around 5 to 7 days. Slide. Celia Miller wrote an article full of information called Animal Shelter Statistics on spots.com in March of 2023. She provided a bar graph that has the percentage of animals in shelters that are euthanized each year compared to the ones that died naturally. As you can see, the percentage of animals dying naturally has been decreasing since 2019, and the amount of euthanized continues to increase. Slide. Some shelters need to make serious changes. Some of the most common issues consist of dirty conditions, cruel killing methods, lack of veterinary care, and lack of adequate food and water. A lot of these issues happen within no-kill shelters. These shelters only euthanize animals for extreme circumstances. Many of the animals at this type of shelter are confined to cages for years. PETA is the largest animal rights organization in the world, and in one of their articles called Animal Shelters, Hope for the Homeless, from December of 2003, stated that animals may become withdrawn, severely depressed, or develop antisocial behaviors that further reduce their chances of being adopted. Slide. An ideal animal shelter is a safe space for lost, injured, abused, and unwanted animals. These shelters never give animals to labs, guard dog companies, or unqualified adopters. Within ideal shelters, they provide animals with comfortable housing, regularly scheduled play and exercise, a clean living space, adequate food and water, and social companionship. It is important to have veterinary care and sick wards to isolate animals, spacious indoor and outdoor housing, and gentle handling from kind and knowledgeable staff. Slide. We've covered the pros and cons of animal shelters, so now we'll move on to how Shelter from the Storm helps animals. Shelter from the Storm is a nonprofit organization located in Madison, Wisconsin that rescues all breeds of cats and dogs in hopes of reducing the number of animals being euthanized each year. In 2005, Allison Davies created this organization, and they prioritize alleviating overcrowding as well as helping adoptable and treatable animals by providing top-of-the-line veterinary care. Some of the procedures that they offer are spaying and neutering, amputations, dental work, foreign object removal, and ACL repairs. They also operate the Wisconsin Community Veterinary Center, which is an affordable and accessible community veterinary clinic. Slide. In 2005, a Category 5 Atlantic hurricane called Hurricane Katrina caused many pets to become strays, and many of them died. The Animal Welfare Institution has been committed to alleviating suffering inflicted on animals by humans since 1951. During the winter of 2017, they posted an article called Katrina's Lesson Learned, Animals No Longer Excluded from Storm Evacuations, and they stated that Katrina appears to have resulted in the stranding of between 100,000 and 250,000 pets and the deaths of between 70,000 and 150,000. Shelter from the Storm was able to help the Humane Society of the United States during this difficult time and transported hundreds of animals to safety in Wisconsin. Each animal was vetted, placed in foster care, and eventually found their forever home. Slide. In Shelter from the Storm's 2023 impact report, they had a 96.2% save rate. They rescued a total of 523 cats and dogs, and 501 of them were adopted. They also provided a total of 7,539 animals with adequate medical attention, as well as spaying and neutering 9,403 cats and dogs. Now that you know what Shelter from the Storm is doing to help, we can move on to how you can help. Slide. Shelter from the Storm works hard to protect and improve the lives of millions of animals, and you can contribute to that success. You can support this organization by volunteering, donating, attending fundraising events, fostering, or adopting. To volunteer, you don't need any prior experience. You will be trained by staff at the shelter. But if you are under 16 years of age, a parent or a guardian is required to be present until approval is given by management. Some volunteer opportunities include kennel cleaning, walking dogs, answering phones, assisting in recovery, sterilizing surgical tools, and general cleaning. Their website also provides many donation opportunities. You can choose to donate with just money, or you can check out their wish list and buy things specifically for each animal's needs. They also have specific donation spots, such as donations to provide animals with medical needs, or you can pay it forward and help fight pet overpopulation. Slide. Shelter from the Storm hosts events such as adoption fairs or meet and greets to give people a chance to meet adoptable animals and potentially giving them a forever home. They also have fundraising events that not only raises them money but helps out other animals. At these events, they offer low-cost nail trimming, vaccinations, dog washing, pet photo contests, and much more. Slide. To foster an animal, you must be 18 years old, all other pets at home must be spayed or neutered and up to date on vaccines, and you must provide the animal with a ride to the vet and adoption appointments. Before you're able to foster, you have to fill out a foster application, which will then be looked over by the animal care manager. If approved, you will receive an email with information to get the process started. If you're able to foster, Shelter from the Storm will provide the animal with medical care, food, treats, leashes, harnesses, toys, and beds if needed. To adopt an animal, the requirements are the exact same as fostering, and you will have to fill out an adoption form. Before animals are adopted, they are provided with vaccines, being spayed or neutered, and rabies, flea, tick, and heartworm preventatives. Depending on the breed and age, cats are around $20 to $200, and dogs are around $200 to $600. And these are some of the animals that are currently up for adoption at Shelter from the Storm. Slide. While listening to my speech, I hope you were able to gain some insight as to why good animal shelters are important and why you should contribute to Shelter from the Storm's success. I provided you with information on the pros and cons of animal shelters, what Shelter from the Storm is doing to help animals, and ways you can help. You can become the reason an animal's life is saved simply by donating, volunteering, attending fundraising events, fostering, or adopting. Without donations or volunteers, animals in shelters have a high chance of living without the basic care they need. So I hope you decide to become the person that is making a huge difference in their lives. Thank you.